Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson. This is my cat Tack, and that is my cat Kyra. And today we're going to be reviewing my number 8 pick on my top 10 comic book list, and that is the 1998 movie Blade. I love this movie, and a lot of people don't even know that it's a comic book movie. It was the second Marvel comic book movie to hit theaters. Blade actually came out in like 1973 in the comic books, and the very first movie from Marvel, wait for it, Howard the Duck. Terrible movie. A guilty pleasure to watch because it's kind of fun to watch, to make fun of it, because it is just so just out there and ridiculous, and made by George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. To let that sink in and blow your mind a little bit about Howard the Duck. But anyway, Blade came out in 1998, and it really relaunched this whole comic book era that we have now. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, it was X-Men or it was Spider-Man, but the only reason they're saying that is because they know that they're comic book properties. No one knew that Blade was a comic book property, and Blade came out and crushed it. And they made 2 more movies after it that are great too. Blade 2, I think, is really good. A really good movie. The reason why this one's on my top 10 list is just because from beginning to end you are entertained. It is just action-packed. The opening sequence is one of my favorite openings. I have a lot of favorite opening sequences, and this is definitely one of them. When they go to the rave, and it's a blood rave where they have, they're dancing at a party, and they bring this human guy in, and they're all vampires, and then they have the sprinkler system shoot out blood instead of water all over everybody. Oh my gosh, it is so cool. And then Blade appears, and everybody's scared, and then he just kills all of them, and it's just one of my favorite openings, and It's just awesome scene. I love it. And I love Blade altogether. More precisely, I like Wesley Snipes as Blade. Because Wesley Snipes, I mean, come on. He's just cool. And then they made him Blade, and he looks like the comic book character Blade. And I know you guys have never seen him, but take my advice. He definitely looks like the character from the comic book, and I thought they did a wonderful job. And also Chris Christopherson's in this playing Whistler, and I thought they did a bang-up job with him. I mean, first of all, Chris Christopherson, bam, A-list talent. You have him in your film, and then you have with Wesley Snipes. That's all you need. Throw them in a film together, and just makes for a great epic movie. And for me, this is an epic movie. You get to see a part of comics that's not your, when this movie came out, all we had was Superman and Batman and Howard the Duck and this Roger Corman Fantastic Four that came out in the late 90s. That's just terrible. You can actually look that up on YouTube, and it is horrible. But the only reason they made it is so they can keep the rights. But anyway, this movie came out, and it got directors, and it got actually studios to recognize, wow, comic book properties can make some money. What about that X-Men property? Everybody wants some of that, so bam, let's do X-Men. They did X-Men, then boom. X-Men is awesome, and X-Men 2 is awesome. Then they were like, well, what about this Spider-Man guy? So let's do Spider-Man. Then Sam Raimi nails Spider-Man, and next thing you know, Disney buys Marvel Industries, Iron Man comes out, and now it is just on from then on. We have this whole shared universe of comic book movies and universes. Now we have Justice League movies. Come on. And Marvel and DC aren't the only comic book properties getting ready to come out. There's Valiant and Image are getting ready to make some movies. I'm so excited. And those are comic book publishers that no one knows about unless you're a huge fan, and they have some really incredible characters and stories that they're going to be coming out. But anyway, Blade, and it came out at the dawn of the millennia too. 1998, we were right on the edge of the year 2000 and all this stuff, and it was edgy, and it was bloody and gory. It was rated R, which it needed to be, and just awesome. Just Wesley Snipes as Blade is just perfect casting, just like Hugh Jackman, perfect casting for Wolverine. I mean, Wesley Snipes, and they're talking about bringing him back for a reboot, kind of passing the torch to a new Blade. I would love that. They need to bring this franchise back. I hope they do, because the first 3 movies were successful, and I think the third one kind of teetered off a little bit, but the first 2 were very successful movies, very great movies to watch. And if you love gore and vampires and that kind of lore, and this hunter hunting the vampires, and he's the daywalker, he's got all their strengths but none of their weaknesses, and that's what makes Blade such an interesting character, because of just the whole different take on the vampire lore is what makes Blade so cool. He's different than anything else in vampires. But anyway, guys, what do you think of Blade? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. And as always, make yourself happy every day. And the only way to do that is to remember, the only thing stopping you is you stopping.